Hello, hello, hello. That was my intro. Forgot the intro was gonna play. I'm tired. I'm like way tired. Any hoodle toast strudel. Hello, hi. If you do not know me, I am Tennille. I guide people through reclaiming their identity and designing a full life after diagnosis or major life disruption. And today is day 12 of Lupus Awareness Month, and I am in Denver, y'all. I'm out of town. So I'm doing this as best I can, wherever I can. And today, wherever I can, is at my wonderful, amazing friend's home in Denver or Colorado area. Oh, and we are having a dinner. They made fresh pasta. They made a pasta just for me. There's a Tennille pasta, and that makes me so excited and happy. Um, However, Lupus Awareness Month continues, and we shall persevere through tired, jet laggy, no sleeping, and like you hear the fun in the background. I'm sure you do. It's gonna be as quick as I can. So today, I wanted to talk about, like, for some reason, lupus warriors don't only get to battle with lupus for the most part. Sometimes there's a crossover, and one of the most common crossovers that I see is fibromyalgia. Now, I had never really heard about fibromyalgia um, until I was already with the lupus. So, like, that's another, you can't see it type of disease or disorder. And the way it's was described to me was kind of just, you know, chronic pain. So I didn't understand, like, why is that a different name than just chronic pain? But I'm gonna give you a simple definition that I found. So fibromyalgia, a chronic condition that causes widespread musculoskeletal pain, tenderness, fatigue, sleep disturbance, brain fog. They call it the fibro fog, specifically in fibromyalgia. Headaches, sensitivity to touch, stress, or temperature. Okay. Fibromyalgia is not an autoimmune disease like lupus, but it can 100% overlap, and a lot of times it does. So, which is like so fun. I'm so sorry. Um, so, lupus, they're different. They can't exist in the same body. Okay, they can't. So, lupus, autoimmune disease, can attack organs, all of them. Inflammation, blood work you can tell what lupus is. You can look for these markers, and you will find out whether that person has lupus. Now, fibromyalgia is a nervous system pain, like the way your nervous system processes the pain. So, how the immune system is confused in lupus, the nervous system is confused in fibro. So it's widespread pain. It's not testable, really. Like they don't really have a marker for it. And they had mostly like chronic fatigue from fighting that pain all the time and just being like very sensitive. Because think about it, whenever you are in pain, like everything's kind of like everything's achy and you don't want, anything to touch you. You just want to be like in your own little space a lot of the time. So the point is, unfortunately, you can have both. Both can exist in the same body. Hi. Yes, I rested a little bit. I did rest a little bit. Thank you for wondering. Are you taking a nap? Go take a nap. But fibro is more common in women. I actually don't know any men that have told me that they have fibro, but it took me a while to find men with lupus. So I'm sure you're out there. Uh, so chronic stress can hurt with all chronic illnesses. But specifically fibro takes such a toll because long-term pain is a certain specific stress on your brain and body that people don't notice or pay much attention to because they're used to it. They're just like, you get used to stuff. Hi, hi. Um, and that's, you know, fair. But that is misdiagnosed a lot because there's not like a specific testing you can do. And a lot of times too, people get diagnosed with fibro when they really have lupus. So can I report you? Deleting all of your comments. Cool. You're so cool. You're so amazing. Get out of here. So one of the worst and most annoying feelings is going to doctors and them saying to you, everything looks normal on the test, and there's nothing wrong with you. Like, go home. They're basically saying, hi. They're basically saying that you're lying, that you're exaggerating in the most polite, doctory way. Hey, Serenity. And it's infuriating. It's very sad. And it's up to us to learn the patterns of our own body. It is up to us to really be able to describe the pains that you are feeling. That is my number one advice for anybody with a chronic illness at all, is to be able to be very specific and precise with the way that you describe what you are feeling and convey it in a way that they cannot deny it. Like, this is my normal, this is my baseline, and I've been feeling like this for X, Y, Z amount of time. There needs to be something done. And if they ever, when they inevitably say, like, nothing's wrong with you, or whatever it is, make sure you have them mark that down. You need to be able to say, on this date at this time, you said everything was fine with me. And then y'all figured out that it wasn't later. Because that's not practice. They can be held responsible for that type of stuff. So, what else? Let's see. So having multiple diagnoses, I had an episode maybe last year or the year before about having multiple diagnoses, something like that. And that is a huge one that, like, more often than not, they have their secondary diagnosis is fibro. So I just want to say, invisible pain is still pain. Like, nobody's inside of your body. It's very hard to gauge someone else's pain. So if you ever feel like, isolated because of your pain and you can't really share and describe it to people, or you're staying up all night because you're in pain, or thinking about the fact that people don't believe that you're in pain, or just feeling like misunderstood in general over a chronic illness, babes, we've all been there, and you will make it out of there. That's why community is very, 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 very important. And I will preach it from the rooftops forever and ever, amen, because do not pretend like you can do this all by yourself. That's not how it works. So I'm going to give some gentle, management tools, I guess. Things that could help. And if they don't, keep trying other things. Okay. So extra rest. Yes, we want to keep up with the people, do the things. Sometimes your body really is acting like this just because it needs a good night's sleep. One time I went to the gym with my friend, and he told me, he was like, wow, you look great. What happened? Did you sleep? And he was completely correct. Like, I literally had a good night's sleep the night before, and that made a difference that he could tell by the way I looked. Gentle movement. I see this a lot, and it irritates me that people, when you're in pain, you decide to become a stone. You just become rigid and stuck. And I don't know why people think that because there's discomfort that they should never move again. It's not going to make it better. If you don't use it, you lose it is legit. That's why when you're in the hospital, you atrophy faster than anything. Nutrition support. Ding 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 ding. I could talk about that all day, all night. Like what you put into your body supports or diminishes the way your body works. Period. You're building a whole new body every 7 years, cell by cell, meal by meal, drink by drink. Sleep hygiene. Working on that one myself. I can't tell you too much. I'm gonna conquer that, and you should too. Medical support. Find your doctors. Like, there's nothing wrong with trying 5 and 6 and 7 doctors until you find the ones that listen to you and you can build a quality team. I've had quality teams in my life, and those are the ones that saved me. Community. Community is so important. Do not go this alone. You don't have to. You're making it harder for yourself. All of that lone wolf stuff is a mess. It's a waste of your time. People need people. We are community based, like human beings. We need to be in community. People die of loneliness. Like literally, they don't have nothing wrong with them besides they were lonely. Just like when like old people who've been married for their whole lives and then one dies and the other one dies very quickly after because loneliness can kill you. And that means in your illness, in your sadness over whatever, like find people that are going to bring you up and relate. So whether it's lupus or fibromyalgia or both, if if you think it's not worth it to start rebuilding your life, it is. It 100% is. Nowhere in any book or any writing is there that once you have a diagnosis, you should just give up. Why did so many of us come to that conclusion? I'm teaching this masterclass tomorrow. If you're not signed up yet, what are you doing? Stop bugging. It's called From Illness to Brilliance: How to Build Your Health, Rebuild Your Health, Energy, and Life, the vegan edition. And we're going to talk food. We're going to talk, why and how to start. Like, so many people are rushing right now to, like, get some weight off for summer. Why is that the focus? Like, the way you look is the least interesting part about yourself, but the way you feel will light up or darken a room. So why not feel amazing? Why not feel healthy and happy and healed? Let me talk to you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Mountain Time right now. But let me talk to you tomorrow about how amazing you will feel once you change a few things in your diet and allow your body a chance to feel better, okay? And be supported in ways that it hasn't been supported in a long time, okay? I'm quiet because I hear everybody else getting quiet, which means they might be listening to me. And that's not what I'm here for. So I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check Instagram comments. Thank you so much. I'm going to go eat the amazing dinner that they cooked for me. Thank you for the kind comments. You guys, tomorrow's the masterclass. Be there, okay? All right. Stay happily healed. Love you. Bye.